streams that. So good luck anyone who still knows who I am. Okay, I'm going to be removing this opal from my stream. It goes down here. All right, what else have we got? Got this guy. I think I'll zoom in so we can have a look at it. Got this guy here. An interesting looking opal, in my opinion. We might find out what that one's doing, but we've got plenty of other ones. Got this guy here. I just got a few little bits of just basically some housekeeping to do with this one. This one's already quite a good one. Or is it? Is that the one? Maybe not. I'll just drop that one. Don't care. All right. How about this one? Let's have a look here. I might finish this one off and see what it looks like, but that will be later. Because, well, we've got plenty of things to do. I think we've got lots to keep us occupied, or anything really. It's going to be a fun sesh tonight because, well, I'm a little bit tired. Happy but tired, as they say. I had a big day. I'm just going to quickly, hello there, whoever you are. I'm just going to quickly wipe this down to make sure that we've got ourselves a nice viewing platform. A wonderful viewing experience. There we go. Usually the usual list of suspects is pretty much asleep by now, so that's okay. I've got this. Let's show you this one. Just in here. Look at that. I'm hopeful that underneath there's something cool. But we'll get a few things running. Let me have a quick look at this one because I'm trying to remember why I put this one up at all. I might do that one later because it looks like it's got nothing. But I've got plenty here. So there it is. There's colour here. You can just see it. So let's get this started. Have a drinky do. Hopefully the water's running correctly. Move it over. Let's go. Hello there. Thank you for the like, whoever that was. Okay, so the general idea, in case you have missed the first bit, there is just a little bit of colour just about there. If we get into that colour, then hopefully it'll be worth it. It looks like that colour band is quite a big one, so I'm quite enthusiastic. Going to have to cut across here, however. Good. Managed to cut exactly the right amount. I like it when that happens. There we go. Lovely little piece of opal. Right. Where is it? It's there. Right. Oh. Hello there, 9 people. That was a bit of a surprise. Let's see. Hopefully there's something for you to spot. Where is it? Yep. I'll just roll it in. Hopefully we've got ourselves a nice little opal. Or not. Thinking some cracks too. We'll worry about the cracks in a minute. Oh, hello, how you doing? Adele's still up. Thought you'd be absolutely buggered by now. I thought I was going to see none of the... This is an opal. And welcome to the stream, Rebecca. This is interesting. I'll keep the cracks in it for the time being. Hopefully the cracks will go away. But I'm seeing all of the colour. Basically, Rebecca, these are pretty little rocks which are very expensive if they're cut the right way. And hopefully I'll cut them the right way tonight. Bonjour. Ça va? And here it comes. You've tuned in just in time because you can start to see the colour coming through. See that? Thank you. Welcome CJs, welcome 1000 RR. Bienvenue à la stream de la opal, I suppose. Yeah, my French is appalling. Allez, vache espagnole, I think is what they say. Yes, they're beautiful little rocks. They're called opals. Originally, the place where you used to get opals in Europe was Hungary. Now, Australia. Oh, this is starting to look pretty good. I don't know what you're seeing. You're seeing a bit of it, but basically the white balance is washing out a lot of it. So, hang on. I'll zoom out a bit, then come in, and hopefully you can see it. No, you can't see squat now. Let me just see if I can change that for you. Turning on a light here. Where will we put that? There we go. So let's see if that works now. There we go. And there you can see it nice and colourful sitting in there. Yeah. So now I've gotten it like that, what I'm going to be doing now is I'll put these down because I've been doing most of this one-handed, believe it or not. Alright, shut up you. I'm going to put some effort into shaping it. I'm going to have a quick look at this. If the crack extends, so I'll just get rid of this crack. If it still goes to the, yeah, okay. It extends all the way through, so I'm going to have to cut the opal in half. That's alright, this happens a lot. Very hard to get a perfect opal. That's why they cost so much. It occurs to me that LA is go-to in French, so that's not that, yeah. So we've now got 2 stones, which is kind of nice, but it sort of halves the value the smaller the stone gets. At the moment we're looking at about 2 carats. It'll be 1 carat by the time I'm done with it for sure, if not less. With certain opals, not this one sadly, but the carat value is roughly the equivalent to diamond, sometimes more. Not with this stone. It's a nice stone, but it's not quite up to scratch for diamond equivalents. So, here we go. So you can see that one nice. Alright, I've zoomed back in so you can see what's going on. Yeah, it's cutting and polishing. The reason why I cut that particular stone was because it was cracked. There was a crack, there was a flaw, a ferme. I guarantee you I don't want to cut them. There, try that. Because they're such a luxury product, you have to make sure that they're 100% perfect no matter how big they are. How's the day been, Adele? Mine's been busy. Sometimes they are. They can be teeth. Very shiny teeth though. That's called a cabochon. And that's going into my doping pile because it's done. This is the next piece, which has got similar colour, although you might not see it at this zoom. I'm just having a quick look at the... Okay, I'm going to have to cut it again. There's a crack in it. That's why I'm cutting them. This particular rock came from Cooperpedy. They're called opals. I'm not sure you're going to see that one. It's a free form, this one, so I'll just leave it like that. That one's going. Now, what else have we got to work with here? We'll have a quick look at these ones. What a plumber. Oh, it's okay. It's variable. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's a few. I've only just gotten started, and this is not the usual time that I do it anyway. So I'm surprised anyone is watching. Just had a big day and I couldn't do my usual time. But don't worry about me. I've only got like a... Thank you very much, Adele, for being my Wikipedia. Oh, thank you. It's very kind of you, the CJs. If you're around, have a look at Collaboration Curiosities. If you're feeling kindly towards her, sub to her, because she has a huge community of people who cross sub. So if you're interested in getting YouTube stuff up and running, she can help you as well. So give her some love. Yeah, that's true. But you answered better than me because you're saying it's claim holders and stuff. I'm going, well, that is true, but I never tell people that. So this is one that we were doing last night when we were doing the trying to get the Magnum opal. Just didn't have time to figure out what all the opals were. So some of these might actually be good ones. Get that one down. Just looking at it. It's got a little bit of rubbish in it. Yeah, a bit too rubbishy. Let's have a look at this bit of it. Sometimes it does. I'll give you a little secret. You ready? Da, 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 da. No damage. So I usually don't let it hit my finger, but it doesn't matter if it does. It will eventually hurt me, but I'd have to let it go for a while. Right. Okay, so there's a little bit there, but not much. Yeah, that's true. Well, it's hard to go over the same material. I don't mind going over the same material again, because that's kind of the nature of the beast when we're doing these live streams. Felt sorry for that poor person whose bird died. They were only trying to help. But I think you'll find that what they did was they let the bird out of the cage and just left it alone and expected it to look after itself. Oh, yeah. It helps with the dust, and dust is very important. It's silica dust, which can actually hurt you quite badly. It gives you silicosis, which is a nasty, nasty disease. The silica from these opals can rest in your lungs for decades. You might not be allergic to dust. It should be okay. A lot more people are allergic to mold nowadays. People are asking questions why there's so much mold allergy around. So this opal didn't seem to do much, by the way. I'll just put it aside. Have a quick look inside this one, because this is a little knobby that I didn't get the chance to open up yesterday. So this one may or may not have anything in it. The general format of this is that I do have some opals which I know are going to yield results, but the majority of my opals don't. So you find out how good the opal is as I'm finding out how good the opal is. I deliberately get what they call colourless rough, which is absolute gamble material. So I may get good opal, might not. And he started coming out in hives. Yeah, the hygiene hypothesis. I reckon there's something in that. Let me have a look. Under this light, what's it doing? Yeah, there's a little bit of colour in that, but it's not really worth exploring any further. What I shall do, however, is I'll go into these ones. There's a packet of Lightning Ridge opals that I've got here. We'll grab one of these guys, because one of these will certainly end up being quite fun. We'll do this guy first, because this guy, I can see there's some colour in it straight away. So hopefully this should be relatively easy to get something out of. The fog thing? I haven't heard about the fog thing. Fog or dust that's not water vapor? When's this been happening? I haven't heard about it. Occasionally Australia has dust storms. UK and America. It's probably... Oh, hello there. How you doing? It's Mohammed, isn't it? Yeah. Salam. I hope. I was going to mention, my friend, that my father, he actually went out. I'll have a look at the video, because if it is, it sounds like a pollutant. Like, actually, if I've got some nitric acid I can make up, and I'll put some ammonia near it. You'll see something similar happens. Me? I don't know. I didn't realise I was shaping them. I suppose I am. I suppose a bit of practice. I get to see what they're actually doing, so I'm basically cutting around the good opal, of which there's very little of this one, but there was some good one. I'll just keep going as if there is, because there was something. I suppose the cynical answer is because you need to shape them well to sell them. You make this is a shape called a cabochon, and I've done it hundreds of times, so I suppose it's pretty easy for me to put it into that. So there you are, there's a cab shape. No, the chemtrails aren't a thing. If you go have a look at some historic videos of the Battle of Britain, whilst the Germans and the British were fighting above the skies of England, you could see the chemtrails, and I can guarantee you those were not chemtrails. They were just contrails from the extreme manoeuvres they were doing. So, the basic idea of a wing is that you have a high pressure zone underneath the wing, and you have a low pressure zone above it. See you around, CJs. Have a lovely afternoon. Oh, the pleasure was all mine. But basically, if you suddenly snap from a high to a low pressure zone, so the air that's going under the wing meets the air that's going over the wing, it'll condense out whatever's in it. Yeah, but they might be hosing out chemicals, but I doubt that they're chemtrails, because if you have a look at the trails across the sky, like they go for kilometres, that'd be tons and tons and tons of material. No plane could carry it. Oh, it's all right. People Like, it's easy to get confused about chemtrails because they're because it looks so conclusive. That if you knew anything about the physics, you'd be like, okay, fair enough. It's not obvious. It's counterintuitive, so I don't blame people for that. Yes, goodbye, Mohammed. Thank you for joining us. That was cute. Note to self, Adele. Apparently chemtrails talk doesn't bring the viewers. Probably my explanation, nothing to do with you, so don't worry. Yeah, well, I haven't seen the video, so I can't tell you. Sounds very much like a refueling tanker, though. And they wear oxygen masks because they're at a high altitude. You know how people die on Mount Everest? So planes fly higher than Mount Everest. So if they don't have some kind of oxygen, they will die. Look at this guy. That's cool, Mohammed. Sorry, I was talking about something else. I heard about that last time I was on. So whoever's left, the 3 people that are left, Nomadic Life is a good channel to sub to. You might actually find some cool stuff. Oh, check this out. I think people have missed out. Adele treats all of us very nicely, Mohammed. This bit came off, I'll just get it cleaned up because it's actually quite a nice piece. See that? If a tad small. We can't call this one the Magnus opal, we can call it the Minimus opal though. I'd say it's also a point of pride trying to get this one done. Come on, shape up, shape up. Here we go. If anyone's on the chat, I'm sorry, I'm concentrating at the moment, so I'll get back to your call is important to us. Oh, was that delicious? Was it? Look at that. Nice little, like, it's tiny, 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 but turned out quite nice. Right. So, let's have a look what we got left here. This bad boy should clean up in no time. So what I do with my roasts and stuff is I just put them on at just a little bit over 100 degrees, which is 300 Fahrenheit, if there's any Americans on. Just a little bit over 100 degrees and just leave it for 6 or more hours. Do you reckon I'll be able to... I'll have to cut this bit off, basically. It'll work. That needs to be cut off. Nothing else for it. Yoink. There we go. Just don't turn it off. There we go. Nice little opal, that one. Let's have a look at this guy. I'll zoom out just a wee little bit. Yep, there's a little bit of green on this one. So, let's see if we can convert the green to green, so to speak. Oh yeah, this is going to be... It's amazing, isn't it? When I was looking for the Magnus Opal, or the Magnum Opal, couldn't do a thing. But you'll see this one. Look at this one. You see that green? There's a few reds there too. You'll see it. It's just astonishing, this one. As a matter of fact, I'm already kind of... Alright, I'll cut this bit off about... Yeah. Cut it at about here, I'd say. Yep. This bit itself will make quite a nice opal. I might even cut it now. Just a bit thinner than the rest. So making it conform will be a bit of a nuisance. And it doesn't seem to have gone... Oh, seems to have been a good call. If I'd have cut the rest of the opal down, it would have ruined it. There you go. Alright, let's have a quick look at the side then, just to make sure we're not going to do anything silly. Alright, so gently does it then. We know that this colour happens to be ethereal, so I'm glad that I cut it the way I did. Still there. Right. That's all right. Are you having yourself a self-confidence moment? Okay, you go to work. It's all good. I'm just happily cutting opals. Okay, if that's going like that, got to be careful because it means that the face of this opal is actually the bottom of it, because it's going from red to green and it'll go to blue and then to nothing. because I'm cutting it in the reverse order, which means I've got to be as light as possible to try and restore the reds. But we'll see. See you around, Adele. Have a great day at work tomorrow, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, Adele has left the building. She's a wonderful YouTuber. Subscribe to her channel and you'll get all sorts of weird random stuff and advice. Try taking it. She's currently talked to a whole heap of people, given them advice, and they haven't taken it. I don't think their life has gotten any better as a result. That's a bit disappointing. I was expecting this to be a little bit better than this, but there's just the tiniest amount of green that you can see just in there. I was thinking it was going to be a lot better than that. Oh well. What I'll do is I'll dop it up and we'll see if there's anything else that happens to it when I shine it. You never know. This guy here, have a look at this. Hopefully this one will come good. Nice little opal, that one. Let's see what else I've got in the holster here. Let's try this one out. It's got a few nice colours on it. Trick is working out which is the best colour and where to cut it to get that colour out. Not always that obvious. Okay, so I'll have to cut this bit off because it's a bit too clear, and I can see a crack as well. So get rid of that, and then we will work. That will become a nice opal in its own right. But well, thank you for the like, whoever did that. So not too bad, but I was hoping for better than that. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. That one will be all right. Oh, yeah, you can see some nice colour in the middle there. Yeah, that'll do quite nicely. Hang on, I'm just going to tidy up the back because it's a bit better than I expected. Right, and then I'll tidy up the sides. There we go, that'll do better. There we go. Zoom out a bit more, so you can see it. Down over here, maybe. And you can see a little bit of the colour, but not a lot. Oh well. Let's try another one, see what we can do. This guy here has technically got colour aplenty. Zooming in, whoop, zooming out again, whoop, there we go, perfect. Go on, you can do this, there we go. Thought you could. These colours are quite ethereal, so you've got to be a bit cautious with them. These are called gamble opals anyway. You may have just taken all the colour off it. Oh well. I'll just keep going, just in case the colour comes back, but I think we've gone through it all. That's a nuisance. Oh well. Yep, all the colour's gone. Oh well. Let's try this one. Just a little bit of colour here. Try and very carefully reorient this crystal so that it faces the correct way. we go. Not too bad, considering. I think I'll keep it like this because it's a little bit enigmatic. I may have to put this into a piece of jewellery of my own design because I don't know anybody else who would do it. There you go. Nice little piece of colour there. Better than a slap in the face with a wet fish, as one of my friends used to say. I don't know what that means either, so don't bother asking. Here we go. This one's going to be interesting. I'll show you why. Well, hopefully it'll be interesting. Let's go. Are we getting anywhere with it yet? There should be some colour coming. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. There it is. Excellent. Beautiful little bit of colour. Norwegian blue, that. Right, there's a little spot there that needs to be removed. Still there. Remove it. Perfect. That's gone. Now let's just cut straight down into this and see what we get. Come on, you can do this. Hopefully this is good. I'm guessing it will be because I can see some good colour in it, but there's no guarantees. Alright, let's angle it and roll it in, see what happens. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. Have we got some more? Let's just try. Is that it? Yeah, we're just getting there now. Phew. For a moment I thought I'd cut the colour away again. Excellent. Okay, whoop, sorry. Let's have a look. You can just see the colour starting to form here now. So just so what we're going to have to do is zoom out so you can see what I can see. Just let me just pop this in here like so. Right, the only bit left is this bit. Let's hope I can get it. Yeah, we got it. Excellent. So a little bit small, which is disappointing, but it's not too bad. 50 to 100 bucks, believe it or not, for this guy. Let's zoom out a bit. And we'll try and get the thing to shine. You can only just see the shine. It's very subtle, this one. It's not too bad. Alright. So I've got a few interesting stones here. I'll give you this one. Quick look at this one. Not a bad little stone, except it's all the wrong colours in all the wrong places. So let's go see what we can do with it. Had to break it. Here we go. Yoke. There you are, a tiny little stone. Little bit of colour in it, not too bad. Very small though. Let's try and see if this side has got anything in it. Yeah, oh wow, this side has got a lot in it. So let's just carve this bit. It'll be a little pointer, but that's okay. Little clear pointer. And go get that little piece of defect out of it. And then that corner goes down. There we go. Now that's a nice stone. It needs to go into something, onto something black. I'm just going to put it onto the... You should be able to see something nice and black on there. You can see, well, I'll zoom out again. You can see that it's got some nice colours in it. There, you see that? Beautiful. Right. Let's have a look at this one. I wonder why this is sitting here. This is a complete random stone. We'll see what we can get out of it. There's no indication of any colour whatsoever, but that doesn't mean much. Sometimes the best colour comes from very unexpected places. Yeah, I'm not going to go any further with that one. Doesn't look particularly much chop. Let's give this one a go. Right. This is where all the action is from the looks of things. Look at that. Hopefully I can get this before the colour goes. Look at that. Amazing. Okay, you're seeing a really, really expensive stone if I can get this working. The trick here is to be able to get the most colour without getting rid of most of the stone. Not that easy. I will carve along here. Seems foolhardy, I know, but I also know that there are lots of pitfalls along the way. You can see how the stone sometimes easily breaks. I didn't want that to happen with the good stuff. So I will very carefully cut along here. Right, what else do I need to do? Got to be a bit brutal with this thing to try and make sure that the best happens. Right, what do we got now? That's still good. That's still good. I'm going to have to roll this in, and that's a worry, because you never know what will happen. Okay, in order to preserve most of it, I'm going to cut along here. If we're lucky, this piece will be able to be cut later. You just don't know, though. Let's have a quick look at this piece, see if there's anything of value in it. Maybe. If that's the case, I can't see anything good in it, which means that I would have been wasting a lot of time with that piece when I shouldn't have been. So that's good. The next question is, can we get these two bits to join up? Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. What I can see is there is a very low-lying, colourful opal just here. So it might be better off just to cut it along here. Right, look. So we've got this stone here. Let's see if we can clear all the sand without clearing all the opal. That's the important part. Still got some opal on there, which is good. Oh, that's brilliant. This one, ladies and gentlemen, is a smash up. So that's good. Hopefully I can get rid of that tiny little bit of sand in the corner and turn it into wall-to-wall colour, as we call it. Not bad. Not bad at all. There we go, have a look at that. Beautiful little stone. And just give it a bit of rounding. There we go. Lovely little thing. That's going into the dot pile for sure. And guess what? I've still got a little piece of that material left. Let's give this the royal treatment. We've got to very carefully carve out this bit, see what's there. Right, so how do we do this? I think that if we go along here, that's the best option. I saw where that went, that's okay. Now let's just very gently carve this away. Okay, we've got enough opal to play with, I think. Bring that in a bit, bring that in a bit, bring that in a bit, bring that in a bit. Gonna have to get that all the way in. It's annoying, but oh well, that's what you have to do. Bring this in a bit, bring this in a bit. This in a bit. There we go. Now, we may have to cut this in half. Let me have a look. There's just a layer of sand sitting underneath it, which is a bit annoying. We'll see what we can do with it. Beautiful little opal. Brilliant. Okay, so let's see if this guy's got anything in it. No, that's not going anywhere. Let's get another one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly cut this one up because I think there's something in it. I'm not sure what that something is. Oh, not bad. That's looking pretty good. Let's give this a nice... Yeah, not bad. Hopefully there's more like that because it's a nice spread of colour, but it needs to be a bit bigger than that. If that's the case, we're going to cut it across here. Hopefully this is not a silly idea. Right, so that's where that begins and ends and all that. So what we'll do is we'll carve this piece off here. Right, that makes that bit easier to deal with. Hopefully another piece shows up here, but if it doesn't, it's not a big deal. We can just carve it to the colour, so to speak. Yep, so that piece goes to there, that piece goes to there. There we go. This piece goes to here. So basically what I'm trying to do is just get the colour all consistent in size and shape. Bring that around, yep. Now we just go in a bit, there we go. In a bit there. There we go. So considering what we have to work with, this is pretty good. Just make the back a bit more consistent in size. So what I'm going to do after this is I'm going to hunt around for what we call the Magnus opal, which is the magnum opal actually, which is of course a corruption of the term magnum opus. So we're looking for that one we can finish on, so to speak. Okay, there we go. Very interesting collection of colours there. Perfectly happy to make something like that, I can guarantee it. Alright, so what have we got left? This time around we're doing something very serious. We're hunting around for definite magnum opus material, so there can be no mistake. Can only be the good stuff. That's what I think it is. We'll wait until sunlight for that one. This one, nah, not that one. This one, nah, not that one. This one, okay. Zoom out so you can really see what I'm doing. So, aha, this one. Hopefully, anyway. So this one here has got some nice opal just in the sides there. This one should be the good finishing opal. Keep this for the time being, see if I can turn it into some funky little arrangement. Right. Seems that the back and the front might be indistinguishable, so that'll be good. Well, presuming it's not white, of course. Presuming there's some opal colour is what I meant. Gonna have to cut that off, I can see that. So we just have to think like so. So it's just a defect that was going all the way through, so I may as well turn it into another opal, a little pointer. So there we go, the magnum opal. Not bad. So there we go. You can see the nice bit of colour. We'll zoom out a little bit so you can actually see the colour properly, because it is quite a light colour, but it is a bit better than what you're seeing there. There you go, you can see a bit better now. Nice little stone. I'm absolutely soaking wet now because, well, that's what the opal machine does. Got to design it a bit better. Thank you very much, whoever showed up. Like and subscribe on the way out if you feel so inclined. Normally I have the birds, but this time around the birds are asleep, so I can't let that happen. Not today. So I hope you had a wonderful time looking at all of this. I'll see you in the next one. Dr. Phil out.